Morning everybody, welcome to this week's Tillers Turf Talk. Hope you're all keeping really well. So it's my first week back after a much needed vacation, and I've been to a hot country on the other side of the world, and over there at the moment it's their winter, so it's currently 33-34 degrees centigrade, still very hot, but it's also their rainy season, or the monsoon season. And while I was on my balcony one evening, I experienced 40 minutes of what I can only describe as the heaviest rain I've ever seen in 55 years of life. And perfectly normal over there, happens pretty much every day, short and sharp, but it helps to top up all their reserves, freshen everything up in the country that through their summertime is very hot, very humid, and all this rainfall is a much welcome addition to life over there. So it's, like I say, it's a perfectly normal phenomenon. Of course, back in the UK we're currently in the summer, and we've got some lovely blue sky behind me. We've got irrigators going, and while I was over there watching that monsoon just made me sort of reflect on just what an important resource water is to us all, and what a pickle we would be in without it. You know, we drink the stuff to keep alive, we wash our cars, we water our plants, we bathe in it, we wash the pots. Water for me is probably the most important thing that we have on earth, and something that we've got to sustain and keep. So in today's video we just have a little look at a little bit of irrigation in a couple of the fields, talk a little bit about its importance to grass itself, and one or two ways that we can utilise and make best use of it. So sit back, enjoy the video, and we'll catch you in a bit. The Fielderman at the moment currently has 2 irrigators running in it. It's quite a big field. I'm not sure exactly the size, but I'd say around about 60,000 square metres, around 6 hectares. And for many years now we've been using Jones Engineering. They seem to be good, reliable, pumps and reels. And this one is all running very well at the moment. And once we come to the end of the run, these will be rotated and moved across the field until such time as we're happy with the water moisture levels and we can move them on. So the reels themselves, they're not sort of electronically not powered by engines or anything like that, so there's no fuel, diesel, anything like that being burnt. They're basically regulated by water pressure and obviously settings within the computer. And like I say, there's no electric out here, so these tend to be run mostly on solar power. So the solar panels each side, again giving energy to the computerization and anything else that the machine needs to do its job and its function. So it's all going very well, everything's up and irrigating and doing what it should. So we'll go a little bit further. As you can imagine, when it comes to doing the irrigation, it is I'll say it is the biggest logistical challenge we have here at Tillers. And with somewhere around about 30 irrigation reels being shared between 100 plus fields, I think there's something like 18 pumps going on, 50 square mile site here. So getting things around, moving things around, refueling, all these things, the pipe removal, the pipe placement, is all down to the dedication and experience of the irrigation team, and keeps everything going nicely, keeps things rotating. Had a fantastic team behind him doing all that day to day. But like I said, with the pipe work, we've got something around about 6 miles of underground pipe, I think over 10 miles of overground pipe to move. Thrown to that all the wildflower sprinklers, well over 1,000, all the pop-up sprinklers on the pitches. Irrigation is a massive part of what we do here, and once again highlighting what an important resource water is. And we'll just go off now. I'm just going to show you a couple of little things to show you how we can make better use of water that we apply, not just in commercial turf production but also in your garden. Well, from one field that's been irrigated and being primed into harvest condition, ready for a few weeks' time, I've come down into one that's already been harvested and not received water for weeks. And I've come down here just to do a little demonstration on really the benefit of wetting agent. Now when it comes to a lawn at home, then there are things you can do. If it's drying out, you can lightly aerate the surface. That would just help you get the water down into the root zone a lot quicker, but obviously not practical on a turf farm. The other things to consider, if you've laid some new turf, you do have a 30-day derogation where you can apply water even during a hose pipe ban. Again, check with your local water authority that it stands with your particular one, but the majority now have accepted that the importance and value of natural turf and of new lawns going down and all the environmental benefits, so they will allow you that leeway to establish it, water it and get those roots going down. Now if you're on an established lawn and it starts to turn brown, don't worry about it, it will come green again. But yeah, it's going to save you time on mowing, that kind of thing as well, if you want to look at some other benefits. But don't worry too much, it will come back. Now another thing we can do, and what we do in turf production, is we utilise things like wetting agents. Now as I said, this soil has become extremely hydrophobic, very water repellent. I'm just going to spin the camera around, I'll just demonstrate what that means. So if we look at the soil down here, I'm just going to take a pipette of water, and if we take a close up, you can see the water beading up on the surface and taking quite some time to break down and penetrate, and by the time it does, much of that will have dried up. Now in turf production we can add things like surfactants, wetting agents, all these kind of things. It's a bit like when you wash your car or do your laundry. If you don't add detergents and things like that, then just trying to wash with straight water doesn't work very well. So again, re-wetting soil with straight water is no different. So if we just take this solution now with a bit of wetting agent in, and we put a little bit of that down, the close up there, you'll see how much quicker that's spreading and penetrating and getting down into the profile. So that's going to aid recovery really quick. But this allows nice even water distribution. It allows us to minimise our water usage and just generally make best use of what we've got. So I hope you enjoyed that little demonstration, and we'll head a little bit further. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it's great to be back, and maybe brought a little bit of sunshine back with me too. So lovely day here, but we could probably do a little bit of the rain as well. Not as much as we had over there, but a few millimetres certainly at the moment would help. We've not had anything for pretty much over a month now. So a couple of things I do want to say before I close the video. Number one is that all the irrigation we do at Tillers is all carried out under licence, under permits, and working closely with EA to ensure that all the water is used responsibly within our restrictions. And the other question people might say is, you know, it's just a grass field, do we really need to be banging all this water out there? Well, look at it this way. I'm in a 60,000 square metre field at the moment. This field on a daily basis is producing enough oxygen to sustain 300 families of 4 people. Probably answers its own question. And this is why it's so important now that we continue to bang the drum of natural turf, of all the benefits that it causes, not just for oxygen, but also, you know, carbon intake, noise absorption, erosion, you name it. The list is endless. We've done videos on it before. Take a look back at them. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a fab weekend. Thanks for watching as always. Please share, please like, retweet, help us grow the channel. We love doing them. See you next week. Cheers for now. Bye.